National Campaign Directorship, Social Affairs, Secretary General, Director of Youth, Events, Research and Organizing Secretary, for example. I'm Western Guta in Lilongwe.
Medical experts say late reporting to hospital and lack of awareness remain key challenges in dealing with child cancer in the country. Dr. Rezini Mzikamanda, a lead oncologist and pediatric cancer doctor at Kamuzu Central Hospital, says because of this, the country is only able to treat 500 children with cancer instead of estimated 1,000 and above. Dr. Mzikamanda said this at Bingu National Stadium in Lilongwe during an aerobics event aimed at raising awareness and resources for child cancer. The Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences MUBA says significant progress is being registered in scaling up e-library to meet the needs of more than 11,000 students at the university. Speaking when Reeds Attorneys at Law donated 10 computers to the university, MUBA's Vice-Chancellor Associate Professor Nancy Chitera said the support from Reeds is timely to enhance quality education. Reeds Attorneys Head of Business Development, Marketing and Communication, Sean Longwe, indicated that the company is determined to contributing in human development to meet 2063 agenda. Christopher Sunday reports.
The new law department at Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences, MUBAS, has received the support of 10 computers from Reeds Attorneys. MUBAS Vice Chancellor Associate Professor Nancy Chitera says this is in line with their work to establish a fully-fledged e-library.
We are going e-library, and with e-library we need a lot of computers. Apart from the computers, we need the students to have their own gadgets. But in the absence of them having those gadgets, they need to have these particular computers, which means it has to be on our budget as an institution. It has to be our investment as an institution to make sure that we buy these particular computers.
Reeds Attorney's Head of Business Development, Marketing and Communication, Sean Longwe, indicated that the company is determined to contributing in human development to meet the 2063 agenda.
As a law firm, we have a CSR policy which we support SDGs and the Malawi 2063 agenda. So, as you know, the 2063 agenda, one of the key enablers is human capital development, which talks about education and technology and the youth being involved and being empowered. We saw it fit as MUBAS has launched this program, which we have a particular interest in.
Zodiac, this is Christopher.
You're watching the news on Zodiac with me, Chancellor Mozabanda. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back. The headlines as we continue. Political analysts describe Ford and PDP elective endeavors as missed opportunity to end staged-up intra-party elections. Oxfam says Malawi's political parties making strides in putting women in positions of influence ahead of 2025 polls. Late reporting for hospital and lack of awareness cited among main challenges affecting fight against childhood cancer in Malawi. Malawi Red Cross Society calls for inclusion of first aid lessons in the country's education syllabus in the wake of disasters. Moving on with the news, Malawi Red Cross Society has called for inclusion of first aid lessons in the country's education syllabus to equip learners with first aid skills in the wake of unprecedented disasters. MRI Secretary General Chifundo Kalulu made the remarks yesterday when Malawi joined the rest of the world to commemorate World First Aid Day in Kasungu. Nonkubwi reports.
Statistics show that over 4 million people died due to delayed first aid treatment globally. Malawi Red Cross Society Secretary General Chifundo Kalulu thinks incorporating first aid lessons in the country's syllabus would help to equip children with necessary skills to save lives as they grow. Kalulu says in the wake of increased incidents of disasters, first aid skills are a must in the society. He was speaking on Saturday when the Malawi Red Cross Society led the country to commemorate the World First Aid Day at Kasungu Stadium in Kasungu. Deputy Director responsible for health promotion, Dr. Kondwani Mamba, urged people in the country to take part in providing first aid treatment during emergencies to save lives. Mayor for Kasungu Municipal Council, Councillor Innocent Nkoma, told Zodiac that the day helped to raise awareness among citizens in the council to take first aid seriously. The day was observed under the theme First Aid and Sports. For Zodiac, this is Noah Nkubwi reporting.
Creative arts and culture industry leaders have asked President Lazarus Chakwera to consider granting them a 2-year tax holiday on equipment they use to boost the sector. Leader of the delegation, Zilani Gondwe, made the remarks at Sanjika Palace in Blantyre after an audience with the head of state. President Chakwera assured players in the sector of his administration's commitment to supporting the industry. Alex Banda reports.
Representatives from various sectors of the creative industry, including musicians, poets, actors, event organizers and media professionals, met with President Lazarus Chakwera at Sanjika Palace in Blantyre on Friday evening. The delegates emphasized the urgent need for support for the creative sector, which has long been neglected despite its significant contribution to the economy, national pride and Malawi's cultural identity. Zilani Gondwe, who led the delegation, urged the president to consider providing tax incentives.
We've discussed incentives on tax because without the equipments to do what we need to do for events, for festivals, to create music, to create films, how are we going to do this? So we need tax holidays, just the way people in tourism get boats duty-free, farmers get tractors duty-free. So for a while, 2 years we're asking for.
Associate Professor of Drama at the University of Malawi, Zinda Bajisiza, presented a joint creative industry mapping research conducted with economist Dr. Gogani Chijere. The research indicates that with proper support and formalization, the creative industry could potentially triple its current contribution of 28 billion to the national GDP.
Sector contributing 28 billion where there is no government support. So imagine if government invests immensely into the sector, that amount of money can triple, as a matter of fact, and it can actually be a huge player in terms of its GDP contribution compared to the other sectors that are actually there. So I absolutely agree that this is a sector that once funded, once supported, it can actually generate quite a lot. And you must also bear in mind that this is a sector that is operating informally.
In response, President Lazarus Chakwera assured the industry leaders of his continued support, as explained by his special advisor on creative industries, Q Malawezi.
Tax issues are always quite complicated. The president has committed to convening a meeting with all the stakeholders that it will involve to make sure that we chart a good way forward.
Recently, Parliament has passed the National Arts and Heritage Council Bill, which seeks to improve the welfare of creative sector players. For Zodiac in Blantyre, this is Alex Banda.
We now turn to sports. National Bank of Malawi has committed to sponsor this year's Mzuzu University Vice Chancellor's Trophy with 7 million kwacha. The bank service center manager in Mzuzu, Samson Mzungu, says the bank remains committed to promoting unity and discipline among its students, which comes from such sporting activities. Mzuzu University Vice Chancellor Professor Wells Singini highlighted the significance of social interaction among students. Toera Katswiri has sent us this report.
Mzuzu University Vice Chancellor Professor Wells Singini said that re-establishing the Nzuni Football Club and its participation in the Simso Premier League is one of the successes of the Vice Chancellor's Trophy last year, committing to do even better this year.
Coming back to even participating in the Premier League was a big plus for us, and we are not getting tired. Matches have been relegated, but we managed to support the team through and through. They managed to fulfill all their fixtures. Yes, of course, at times the difficulties were that our team was purely students, and when they have exams, most of the games were postponed. And I will tell you that some games we have lost maybe on the table because the students failed to go and participate because of exams.
The sentiments come following the pumping in of 7 million kwacha to this year's Chancellor's Trophy by the bank. National Bank Service Center Manager Samson Mzungu said the bank is committed to supporting sports at the university because it promotes unity, discipline, in both mental and physical well-being.
Sports or sponsoring this brings a sense of unity, discipline, and commitment. In these sports, people are committed to improve their performance. So that's what we also believe, that we always have to continue improving. So sports indeed bring people together. There's a sense of unity. We see that so many faculties will come together, compete fairly. That's why we're saying this is a healthy way of supporting.
The competition will include football, netball, among others. The trophy, which was hoarded in 2018 due to financial constraints, recommenced last year with National Bank sponsoring it. For Zodek Mzuzu, I'm Doera Gatswidi.
And that's about what we had time for in this edition of the news. Before we leave you, another look at the top stories. Political analysts describe a Ford and PDP elective indoors as missed opportunity to end staged-up intra-party elections. Oxfam says Malawi's political parties making strides in putting women in positions of influence ahead of 2025 polls. Late reporting to hospital and lack of awareness cited among main challenges affecting fight against childhood cancer in Malawi. And Malawi Red Cross Society calls for inclusion of first aid lessons in the country's education syllabus in the wake of disasters. Visit zodiacmalawi.com for more news. I am Chancellor Zabanda on the behalf of the team. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.
Malawi, the day of Gospel Power is here. Dunamis International Gospel Center is back in Malawi. Join Dr. Pastor Paul and Dr. Mrs. Baker